Hey everyone, it's been a while, almost 2 years, and I think it's time for a reintroduction. If you're wondering what happened to RidesNRigs, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Fixation Rotation. Let's start with the name. I have officially been diagnosed with ADHD, but honestly I think most of us behind the camera probably saw that coming. While I deeply value mental health, fighting the stigma, and healing, this channel isn't about ADHD. That said, the name Fixation Rotation is absolutely a nod to the way that my brain works. Intense passions, ever-shifting interest, and a constant drive to create, explore, and tinker. When I started this channel as RidesNRigs, it was all about the automotive journey. The diesel Suburban was definitely a favorite of mine. It played a big role as my off-road build. That chapter is closed, but it's not lost. The Suburban has gone to a close friend who promised me first right of refusal if he ever decides to part with it. Not to worry, there is a new truck in the picture. It has not earned its scars yet, but that'll change soon when the mods begin. One of the last videos featured the new build, 2001 Mustang. It's under a tarp in the driveway, waiting patiently, or maybe not so patiently, for me to make some sort of progress. It's been a long-term project for HPDE events, but I also have added autocross time trials and hill climbs to that plan as well. It's a slow burn, but the fire's still lit. Outside of cars, I've been building something else entirely. Midnight Makers. It is my small business. It started with woodworking and is growing into something that feels a little more real. I've added laser engraving when my author wife wanted to create some custom bookmarks, and recently started prototyping some wooden laser engraved air fresheners with essential oils. That process is progressing somewhat. There have been many other things that have been crafted in that woodworking space. And amidst that woodworking journey, I've also begun crafting my own CNC table with the intent to machine wood and aluminum, potentially adding a plasma torch and a dedicated table that may allow us to blow out some steel pieces later. Following my delve into woodworking, I started doing a little bit of leatherworking. For me, there was something about crafting, from raw material that just kind of helps ground me, gives me an opportunity to sit down at the desk and just relax for a little while. And of course, having wood and leather in the mix and some of the metal working tools that we have, it's starting to feel like knife making might be in our future, maybe a kind of a natural evolution. That being said, fabrication and metalworking is really where a lot of my creative drive started. Spent a lot of time welding, shaping steel, making jigs, and get a lot of enjoyment out of building something from nothing, which may be seeing a pattern here. It's really become kind of a rhythm in this little space. Beyond all of that, I've also been volunteering with the SCCA for their Appalachian Hill Climb series and trying to get some seat time in at autocross events whenever I can, just in preparation for getting the Mustang done. On a more personal front, I have taken a deep dive into fitness and nutrition. What started as a goal for myself has become a passion and the reignition of another twice abandoned goal. Finishing a college degree. I'm currently working on a degree in kinesiology with a focus in exercise science and a minor in nutrition through Northeast State Community College and East Tennessee State University. Kind of filling in the gaps around all of that, I have started learning to draw and tattoo. I've been studying Norwegian with a desire to learn a little bit more about my heritage. I've even gotten back into hiking, maybe with an eye on backpacking and camping. On occasion, I will collect a few bottles of liquor, and even more rarely, might have a drink of them. And there are a handful of hobbies that I've started, paused, and would like to return to, like 3D printing. I've had that up and running here a little bit recently. I also use my 3D printer for cutting vinyl and drawing tattoo stencils. Photography and videography, kind of rebuilding or adding on to my little collection of equipment for doing that. Riding motorcycles, I bought my bike in 2017 and I think I put over 5,000 miles on it in the first 6 months that I owned it. I don't think I've put 500 miles on it since we moved here to Tennessee in 2019. Another hobby that I'm itching to get back into is my scale crawler, or the RC rock crawler. Tiny trails, tiny tools, big fun, and very easy to integrate with hiking. And I also recently picked up golf, which surprised me how much I enjoy the mental game behind it. Usually I enjoy a little mental break, but golf has a totally different challenge for my brain somehow. So if you're here for the rides, the build, the creative chaos, or just watch someone chase passion after passion, you're in the right place. Fixation Rotation might not always be polished, but it'll always be honest. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you in the next one.